All right. Sorry for the long intro and delay. I had like 4 or 5 things just pop up that I had to take care of real quick, but we're live. Give me one more second, and we'll be live. All right. How is everyone doing? Um, well, I'm gonna have to fix something else, but I will do that while chatting. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. I meant to stream more this week, but I have been getting over a ridiculous cold, and yeah, it's really been bothering me, but I'm finally feeling somewhat human. I meant to really use this week because I had it off for just the holidays and stuff. I meant to really use this week to get back into streaming, get some things ironed out, and then really kind of hit it hard at the. This song is like super slow. Beginning of the year, really make this next year a big streaming year for a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. And give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to like log into some stuff real quick here. Right, should be working. But anyway, yeah. This year I want to do a lot more streaming. I want to actually go through and complete some games that I've been needing to complete. We're not going to do it today, but one of the things that's way up on my list is actually beating Final Fantasy VII Remake. That way we can be ready for the sequel that's coming out next year, because I actually haven't got to the end of it. Crazy as that is. If this doesn't work here, I'm just going to say screw it. Let's see if this works. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted trying to get this. Hey, it worked. All right. Excellent. So, um, yeah, it has been a very, very long year. Lots of stuff has happened. We ended up moving. Um, Work has been crazy, like it always is, and like it is pretty much for everyone else. And the funny thing is, all year I've been meaning to stream more and get back on it and really get back into the whole swing of things, because I really enjoy doing it. But it's been crazy because like I haven't been able to do it, but I've been getting all kinds of gear to do it. Like you might notice from previous streams, I have a whole new mic setup going on here. Got some stuff to do more YouTube and like just non-streaming content, I guess you could say. All this stuff, like all these ideas and things that I wanted to do, and just haven't gotten around to it because I have just been busy, tired, all of that stuff. Every excuse you can think of in the book. And then, of course, for this week, I was like, man, I got the whole week off. I don't have much I'm doing. I'm going to jump back in and just stream a whole bunch and have a lot of fun. And literally, like the day after Christmas, I got a really bad cold and have been fighting that ever since. And today I feel like 70% there, but I was like, I gotta just do it. Just gotta do it. So here I am. And I was toying with what to stream, and just decided, you know what, we're going to go with Chrono Trigger. Haven't played it this year yet. I try to play through it every year. And again, I wanted to do something to start off like beating games and actually completing things on stream. And I can play this in my sleep. So I figured good way to just talk, chat, have a chill kind of stream. I'm not going to beat it in one stream or one sitting, but something over the next maybe couple days, we can just get it started. I used to have a job that was in sales, and anytime you were having like a rough day or you just, it wasn't clicking, we would always tell people, just get something, just sell something. The smallest thing, don't worry about a big sale, don't worry about anything, just get the ball rolling. And that's kind of what I feel like I need to do with content creation and streaming and all of that, is just get the ball rolling. I did a little test stream earlier this month, real short, just to kind of see if I still had everything configured right. And it was about as good as you expect for just a real quick impromptu off the cuff stream. And this is a little bit more too, but there's a little more thought going into it. But yeah, we're just going to start streaming, get some things beaten, get some things on the list. I'm going to figure out a place to host something of just all the games we're going to beat on stream. That's my goal. I'm also going to try and vary it a lot more. I think one of the problems that I had was I just pick long game after long game after long game after long game, and man, sometimes you just aren't feeling it after a while, and that's hard. That's hard to keep going with stream and keep it interesting. You know, I just kind of be like, all right, well, we're playing a game here, but I don't want to do that. I want to do stuff that's interesting. I want to do stuff that the audience likes, and I still have some promises that I have to viewers that are years old at this point, but I have to beat. So like, I know for Kato, I still owe him Breath of Fire 2. We got almost all the way to the end of that one, and I think I was like under-leveled and stuck, and I just was so frustrated with it. I promised Tib at some point, it's going to be rough, but we're going to get through Quest 64. That one, I'm going to try and like not 100% as much as I can, just like get through it just to say I've gotten through it. And again, Final Fantasy VII Remake. There's a bunch that I want to do. I also want to branch a little more into non-retro gaming too, and some stuff. I've got my Xbox, I've got the PlayStation, and then we also, right before Christmas, my gaming PC finally kind of died, so it got an impromptu upgrade, a massive upgrade, just because I found a really good deal, and so we can start doing that too. We can do some PC content too. So that is the goal. Yeah, and just try and make the stream better and get the stream back up to where I want it, and just have a good time. I still have to work on all of this, shelves and stuff. Right now it's just kind of thrown on there, but there's a lot I want to display and have cool things in the background. Get the lighting better, but for now, one of my big things was being able to control the stream better, which I've got a new setup for that. I wanted a complete, in my mind, I should say, complete mic setup, which was a really nice mic and a boom that I can move anywhere and it just stays. That was one thing that I've been kind of looking for a while and finally found it. And it was one of those things where I kind of sat down after I got all this set up and I was like, all right, it's all set up. Why aren't you streaming? So we're going to work on that more. I really want to start hitting other content. I want to do short form content, coming up with some stuff like with that. And again, maybe learn not to ramble as much like I'm doing now. But in general, stream more, have fun. Um, yeah, get back into it. Like I said, this has been a really long, rough year. Um, so I just haven't had the energy or willpower, what have you, to get back into it. But we're going to change that with 2024. Um, it's going to be good. Got a lot of good ideas. Got a lot of stuff set up kind of in the background to make it better. And yeah, we're going to go from there. Uh, so, with that, I want to change one more thing here. We'll crank some music. Well, it's also kind of got stream beats going, and I don't know what I really threw in there. Some of them are kind of good, some of them are a little slow for what I want. All right. Not sure how long we will go today, just because I am still sick, but I'm good enough to start it. Uh, Align petting. We'll do that. Perfect. That will work. Make this easy. So one of the things we're going to do with Chrono Trigger today, just for funsies, and that was one of the things I was kind of setting up before the stream, was retro achievements. I haven't really delve into them, but I kind of want to go through. I played Chrono Trigger a little bit with them, so I was going through and resetting what I had unlocked. But we'll just have some fun and see what we can, what achievements we can unlock on a single playthrough. All right, so now let's. Hey, everything is working. I think that's a good sound. We'll just do wait. Chrono. All right. This is still probably one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite. Um, I remember playing as a kid and just getting completely hooked on it. Um, Again, I've beaten this thing so many times I could do it in my sleep. That's interesting. Huh. Sorry, I'm messing with stuff while we're starting. There we go. That's what I want. I promise for real. We're going. All right. So I think this is going to be a pretty straightforward playthrough. Um, I'm not going to do anything kind of crazy. We're going to try and get the best outcome we can. Give me my allowance. Oh, all right. Achievements are working. Yay. All right. Bump. I remember the first time I played this game, I jacked all of this up. I was like, oh, her pendant's there. Let me go pick it up for her. I stole the dude's lunch. It was not good. I looked guilty as heck. Sure. And we're just gonna do standard names. Come on, kitty. Get out of the way. Right. I also go beat Robo Dude. I don't know why. You get locked up anyway, and uh, your sentence is completely thrown out the window because of paperwork. So it's very much like the legal system. One thing that was cool as I got older, like, and I played, like, I didn't realize how many different things can happen in that whole part. Like the fact that you can just wait and then Luca comes and saves you. Had no clue for years that that was a thing. Come on, Gato. I remember I was grinding points at one point for him, and it is possible to run out of the screen before he gives you the silver points. And if you do that, you don't get them. Fun fact. All right, let's go talk to Homeboy. Oh, I also screwed this up as a kid. I was like, why can't I move? What's going on? One game I also might try. Um, I played it quite a bit when it first came out. Never beat it. True. A forced time travel due to a prison break, and you were thrown in prison by a monster disguised as a chancellor trying to overthrow the government, and you saved the world. But a game that, like I said, I played it a bunch, never beat it. Um, don't remember much about it, but I know it was made by Mistwalker, was Blue Dragon. So that's one I've been thinking about picking back up and trying and maybe streaming again. Throw the switch. Oh noes. True, she did. She did technically accidentally invent a time machine because of her teleporter. We're gonna go get her. And truthfully, a time machine I think is far more impactful than just a teleporter. So that's always cool when you try to invent one thing and invent something way bigger. I also like that this game, like, time travel is always a messy story plot device. I like how this one, yeah, there's holes in what happens, but they keep it kind of simple. Like, here's the times, you can affect things, save the world, done. Easy. Also, Striker, how is the volume levels? Do I need to turn up or down? Does game need to turn up or down? Is everything good? Perfect. The other thing that I in this game that's funny that I don't ever do, and I guess you could argue it's a design flaw in the game. Like, you can very easily beat the game, and I do all the time, without spending a single gold. Like, I never go to the shops, I never go to the stores, just use all the items and stuff I find, and that's it. And I try to, more recently when I play through, I try to actually go to the shops and stuff, but you can totally beat this game without ever going into a shop. Yes, they that was artfully and simply done, and I think simple is the best way to do it. I also eventually, I know we got far in it, but I need to do it, is beat Chrono Cross. I know it was kind of a bolt-on, not really part of Trigger, but on stream we got close to beating it once, and I need to just finish it. I'm going to, over the next like day or so, come up with like a definitive list of things that I have to beat on stream. I don't think there was anything I really need. I mean, sure, why not? Might as well get some stuff. All right. Like even here, you can get as many shelters as you need. I think there's a tab here too. I'm not gonna deal with tabs yet, except I forget, do tabs, does it matter the order in the timelines of where you can get them? I'm just gonna wait because I know I need the shelters. Give me shelter. As long as you do that every time you run through here, you're good. You also can't beat the music in this game. That's also one of the things, like, I know people have talked about, they want Square to do something in the Chrono series again. And I think part of the reason they haven't, one, I don't think their leadership right now is equipped to do it. Case in point, the Chrono Cross port. Frog and Frog's theme is like one of my absolute favorites. But yeah, the Chrono Cross port that was kind of. Now, the DS port of Chrono Trigger was absolutely fantastic. That they nailed it. But I don't know. I don't know if Chrono Trigger could handle a remake. It might if they do the, what is it, 2.5D or 2.5D like they just did with Star Ocean. That might work. But if you lose the pixel art, hey, what's up, Godeki? I know I'm alive, barely, but I'm alive. But yeah, if you lose the pixel art from here, I think you just lose the whole game. But if they do it like they did with Star Ocean, I think that would work. It has been about 84 years. It has been a hell of a year. But I finally got some things squared away and got my stream set up all good again, got some new gear, all that good stuff. So we're going to spend this next year beating a bunch of games that I've needed to beat. I'm still getting over a cold, so that's why we're starting with Chrono Trigger, because I can do Chrono Trigger in my sleep. True. Have you, Godeki? Have you played the remake of Star Ocean: The Second Story they just did? Like something like that. I think for Final Fantasy VI would be fantastic. But I would check out, at least just look at the videos of the remake. It's really, really good. They found a way to kind of have their cake and eat it too with the graphics. There's some modern graphics in it, but you still get the wonderful pixel art. But yeah, I just don't think they want to touch Chrono Trigger or the Chrono series at this point, simply because I don't know if anything they would do would make enough people happy. I mean, there's always going to be people that are pissed off that they either did it in the first place and they didn't want it, or they didn't do it good enough, or they didn't change enough things. There's always going to be people pissed off. And I just wonder if Square is not... I'm about to die. I should go heal. I just don't think they're going to want to risk that, especially with the rocky year they've had. They haven't had the best year this year. That's fair. It is similar to like a Tales game for sure. If you look at the first one on Super Famicom, it was really impressive at the time. And I remember picking up Second Story randomly from like a GameStop. Hold up, there. Canceling 3 mobile games? I mean, I would say that's a win. I think that companies have leaned too much into mobile games. Especially because, like, doesn't Square have like 6 or 7, and probably even more if you include Japan only games, like mobile games that they're balancing right now, and they're all gotcha mechanics, and they're all, you know, like, there's only so much you can do. Interesting. I I think they really, I actually played Tact, and it wasn't, I mean, it was a gotcha game, but it wasn't terrible. They're killing the global servers? I mean, to be fair, I don't know if Dragon Quest has the same nostalgia and reach in the US still as it does in Japan. Like, it's known now, but I just don't think, I don't know if it'll ever have the same reach that it does. Interesting. Are they still, I think I read that they canceled, are they still going full force with that NFT project game thing that they were doing? And Striker, you're right. You can't do anything Dragon Quest or Chrono Series without Toriyama. It just, you can't. True. That also doesn't have the Dragon Quest also doesn't have the nostalgia factor here, I don't think. Um, and what I mean by that is when the first Dragon Quest came out, you know, in Japan, you it was a coming together of, like, you know, RPG, Akira Toriyama, like all of that stuff. And, you know, of course in Japan, Toriyama's a household name. When it came over here as Dragon Warrior, we didn't know who Akira Toriyama was, like as a culture as a whole. So I don't think it has, again, that nostalgia factor that it has in Japan. Exactly. Or you get the people who will look at like art style like this and be like, "Hey, this looks like it ripped off Dragon Ball." It's like there's a reason for that. True. I don't know. I just Square this year to me, or you know, the last couple years, just haven't hit like they should. I mean, they've been experimenting, which, don't get me wrong, um, I love it when a game designer experiments and they just don't do the same thing over and over. Like, I love that. I think it's great. But you gotta stick to your strengths with some things. Like, for example, um, I was fully I was fully willing to try. I wouldn't say I was excited, but I was willing to try Strangers of Paradise, particularly because of how wacky it was. Um, like, I was like, I could, you know, see this being kind of fun, and I think I played it for like 40 minutes, um, and just couldn't get into it. Didn't care. Um, who's this? This is. Um, I think that was a pretty big miss. Uh, The other, let's see, what is they had the one with the female lead. What was it that just bombed for them? I get flame toss before I go in there. They had that one that looked interesting, but I heard it was just kind of boring. And another one, like, I really enjoy some things about Final Fantasy 16, and I really don't enjoy some things. Like, I still haven't beaten it. I love that it's like mature. I mean the music is unbelievably good. The set pieces are good, but one of the things that I just kind of didn't like is the side quests. Like, all of it was really fetch questy and just not great. Fair. I eventually want to go back and really give it a shot. I think when it came out, I just had a bunch that I was doing and going over, and I just didn't finish it. I didn't even really attempt it. Oh, I'm out of... Huh, that would make sense. But yeah, I just feel that Square is kind of hit or miss with some of their things. They need to... Oh, the other one that was what I was going to say. The other one that potentially could have had potential, but I think it came out at the wrong time and they did some really bad things, was Harvestella. Like, I think it came out at the wrong time because farming sims and stuff, just the last couple years, there has just been a flood of them. But I was like, hey, I will try this. I get down with some Stardew Valley and stuff. Like, I grew up on Harvest Moon. I will play a Squeenix, like, basically Harvest Moon or Rune Factory, if you will. But some of it almost felt like they made it like a mobile game, but packaged it as a full game. I remember playing the demo and just could not justify any amount of money for it. See, I didn't mind the combat at all. I didn't mind the big icon fights. I thought they were, even though of course like the first big one is like rail shooter. It was fun. Like, I liked the direction for story and stuff that they were going for it. There's nothing out here. I don't know. I need to go back and really finish it. I think I got... I don't even remember where I got. Yeah. I know. But again, don't want her fast, or I think she's fast because she's super slow. Do I not fight everyone in there? Okay, there we go. I was like, I'm pretty sure I fight people. But yeah, I just, they haven't, and maybe it's just me, they haven't done a lot that's really impressed me. I love things like, I like that they did the Final Fantasy Legends collection. Oh, my Discord just should be the Aeon Vox, and you can click the link too and join the Discord channel. That's another series that I haven't, like, I have not played most of Kingdom Hearts. I've played 1 and 2, beat them, have not played any of the offshoots or 3 at all. And I probably should. Yeah, X-Strike. All right, we're good for the boss here. There we go. But yeah, and I need to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. Excellent. Need to... Where's Discord on this thing? Discord! Here we go. But I need to finish 7 Remake. Again, don't know why I never did. Excellent. And then again, go back through and finish some of the things that I've needed to finish. I think that's what we're going to start this next year out, is finishing games that I've needed to finish while playing some shorter stuff in between, because that's one of my problems, I think, with me streaming before, is I would just play long game after long game after long game, and it just kind of, it was exhausting for me after a while. But there's a few games I need to finish, again, like Chrono Cross, Breath of Fire 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and if I can get those done, we're going to start branching out into other things that I need to beat, play for the first time, play through. One series that I really want to play through and play through on stream is Suikoden. I have played and beat and gotten all 108 stars in the first one. I've never beat the second one. But I've been waiting for them to do the remaster, the remasters of them. And that was supposed to come out this last year, and of course did not. And that's still kind of on pause, I guess, or I don't know if we've had any announcements on it from Konami for months now. It was just kind of like, it's delayed indefinitely and we'll get to it when we get to it. But that's one I've been wanting to play through, but I don't want to do it until those remasters come out. And then, of course, play through... What are we up to, like 5 Suikodens in the main line? I think I have all of them. But that would be a fun series. More Breath of Fire. I've only ever really played through 2-ish and got almost to the end. But playing through the rest of those would be fun. But yeah, I definitely need to get a list of stuff I need to play, and then recommended stuff that I need to play. Be nice to kind of go through some more of the Tales of stuff. I want to say the only real Tales game I've played at least most of the way through, I think, is Tales of Fantasia. I remember playing it when it came out on Game Boy Advance. I know my brother was really into Tales of Symphonia on GameCube when it came out. But there's a ton that I need to get to. Yeah, I remember Fantasia being a lot of fun. Another series that I haven't touched, like, any reasonable amount, that I kind of want to play through is the Lufia series. Never, for whatever reason, never started or got into that. I've heard, of course, nothing but great things about it. Just never got around to it. One of the things that I like doing, and it's kind of weird, but I like looking back at. I mean, I don't mind that. I play through FF1 for NES just for fun. And the original, not any of the ones with good quality of life updates. There we go. But I like looking back. There was a while ago I downloaded a whole bunch of old like Nintendo Powers and EGMs and stuff, and just stuff that I had no idea existed back when I was a kid that like I love now and would have absolutely loved, but just because I was a Nintendo kid and I lived way out in the middle of nowhere, like I had no idea the Sega Saturn was a thing until like almost graduating high school. But there was a ton of games that I had no idea had come out. And just missed through from that era. I was lucky enough. I knew about Chrono Trigger and loved Chrono Trigger and played through it. I got lucky and got a copy of Earthbound when I was a kid. I was able to play through that. Final Fantasy 1 I played through. But then, okay, here's the weird thing. So I played through Final Fantasy 1, loved it, even as a kid, even as hard and ridiculously broken as it is, loved it. And then a buddy of mine who was also into RPGs, he got for Christmas or a birthday one year Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, and we played through that, expecting like a Final Fantasy experience. Where it was like, oh, this is something. And then for whatever reason, I never played 2 or 3. Well, 4 or 6 on Super Nintendo. I just never did. I don't even think I ever asked for them for like a birthday or anything. And it's not that I didn't know they existed. I vividly remember the Final Fantasy like 3 commercials on TV with the Koopo in like the high school or something. So like I knew they existed, I just never played them. Same thing with, I played the crap out of Dragon Warrior. Loved it. Played it a bunch as a kid. Never touched or played 2, 3, or 4 on NES. Just didn't. And I remember I got lucky, and I got given like Super Mario RPG for a birthday one year. Had no idea it was even a thing. Played it, loved it. I don't remember what else. Like there was just a bunch. that being a kid who loved RPGs, you think I would have like played a bunch of. Never played um, Breath of Fire, and then I also remember I didn't even know Final Fantasy VII was a thing until I went over to a friend's house and he was playing Final Fantasy VIII. Like, we didn't have a PlayStation for a while, and I remember watching him play Final Fantasy VIII. Was like, what is this? And we shortly after got a PlayStation, and I got Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Lunar. I got a lot of the good RPGs on PlayStation. Like, I got Legend of Dragoon. I got Suikoden. I got Star Ocean. Lunar. Got into that series. One series that I do think deserves a remaster or remake treatment from Squeenix, even up to the level of like Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think they could do an amazing job remaking Parasite Eve. Change the, they can change the combat in it. I think that's one they need to bring back some. Hey. Exactly. Like, and I think something like Parasite Eve would do incredibly well. That's like with Capcom. They've had so much success with the Resident Evil remakes. Like, they've been great. Why not remake like Dino Crisis? They've kind of caught up now to the modern Resident Evils. Throw Dino Crisis out there. I guess they still need to do Code Veronica. But there's definitely a lot of old IPs that just kind of have been sitting, and it seems like some of these companies are trying to rehash the same things over and over and over and over. No frog. Oh yeah, they let Dino Crisis die. Actually, it would be fun. It probably doesn't deserve any kind of remaster or remake, but maybe for like the PlayStation 6 as a launch title, just to like show off the system. I want Squeenix to do another Bouncer. I remember getting the Bouncer when the PS2 came out and fully realizing it was not really a game. It was like a tech demo, but still had a lot of fun with it. All right. Back to the present to be tried as a traitor and a criminal. right. And now we're back, or we're off to the present. Good enough. Give me my shelter. That crit. It is getting a little hot in here. But yeah, there's quite a few old IPs that I'm surprised that they haven't tried to bring back in some way. Like the Lufia series. It's a good song too. We're back. Right. Time to go home and get arrested. Need to fight those guys. And I think, well, I think I should get all not guilty. Unless I remember one of them was random, right? One of them was just like a coin flip whether you get it or not. Terrorist! Pretty good song, too. This whole game is filled with nothing but great music. Should we employ the guillotine? Nothing like trying to swing the jury right in the beginning. I did. I think if you say she did, they still like, oh, you lie. We have witnesses. True. Also, I love it. Just like, we just have this little random girl that would totally vouch for him. Doesn't this young man deserve a medal? No, not at all. All right, let's see if we get not guilties. And it's also like modern day court and stuff too, where when you get not guilties, the whole crowd is like boo boo. But if you get a guilty, they freaking cheer. Almost there. I think there's like two more. Not guilty. Oh, nope, we good. All not guilty. Yay. And 3 days of solitary, too. Like, that's harsher than just jail. We're leaving. Execution? They literally walked me right from court. Like, immediately. Oh, paperwork's just caught up in the system. Also, if they were going to execute me, why wait 3 days? Why not just be like, yeah, he's guilty, go execute him now? Is the guillotine that booked in this jail? All right. Give me like a minute or two. I need to get up, stretch, get some more water, and then we will be right back at it. So I'll be right back. All right. Sorry, just had to stretch and make sure everything was good. But yes, you are completely right. The Chancellor is clearly corrupt. And my thing, okay, so 3 days, right? Hear me out here. 3 days. They wait to execute you. Did no one else see the trial? Like, you'd think one person would be like, yeah, I was at that trial and they said he was innocent and they only gave him like 3 days solitary. Like, no one's going to question that. And also, why do I still have my sword? Just saying. Perfect. And I don't know why, but I always like to full clear this place. I don't remember. I know you get the load sword early if you go through all of this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but hey, why not? Whack! Mid tonic, ether, ether. Is there nothing else in here? No tabs? All right. And this dude who can't hit at all. I wonder if that was intentional, because this character can't hit, like, at all, period. They don't pay me enough for this. I hear you, bud. Can we slip through? Yep. Nothing there. Now we fight on the bridge. Yep. Oh, come on. You should have been able to kill him. Gotcha. There we go. Gotcha. With these guys, too, if you just don't hesitate and just run up to him. Oh, there we go. I was like, can I get to the switch? Gotta let Fritz out. Fritzy! That's also pretty messed up to just kind of like leave someone at a guillotine. Like, we'll get back to you. You can just hang tight here for a minute, right? Did I not? I was going to say, they don't wake up? Lash. All right. Don't know if I can get this guy, but we'll try. Got him. Almost to the load sword. Oh, I did not aim that one. Come on. And here's where we go. Nope. But as you can see, as long as you budget your items well, you really don't need to ever go to a store. And then getting this super early. And then we fight the dragon tank. Does the sound from the game sound off to anyone, or is it just my headphones? It sounds like muffled. Whop. You passed out. Give me the mid tonics. Heck yeah. Let me kill the head first. Fire is not good against the head. Got it. Bunch of mid tonics, so we'll just use that. Damn it! Okay, all magic and stuff doesn't do anything to the head. Noted. He needs to heal. There we go. Oh. Probably should heal him. Come on. There we go. Nice crit. Perfect. Run! Stop! After them! What's in that box right there? I remember seeing that the first time I played through as a kid. I was like, what's in that? What's that? Do it! More like, when are you? Oops. Wrong button. All right. I am actually starting to fade a little bit. Still trying to get over this stupid cold, but I think that's a good place to end for now. I'm going to try and beat this weekend. So tomorrow and Sunday, we're going to try and power through. Hopefully I can take a bunch of NyQuil and be better by tomorrow. But thanks as always for hanging out. If you have game suggestions, go into Discord and drop them in. We'll add them to the list of things we're going to beat this year. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.